This is Nick Baisley here at the Orlando Film Festival from FilmSnobbery.com, and I am here tonight with
Susan Hippen.
Hi, Susan. How are you doing?
Hi. Great, thank you.
Excellent. And what movie are you here with tonight?
Me, Myself, and Your Husband.
Excellent. Now, what is that movie about, and what was the inspiration for this movie?
Kat is trying to get pregnant, and she goes about it in ways that get her into deeper and deeper trouble. And I firmly believe that all great humor is predicated upon pain. And so this came about by so many people encouraging me vehemently, you must get pregnant now. And so instead of lashing out in a dramatic fashion, I thought I'd laugh at it instead.
Awesome. Now, you said that you said that all comedy is predicated upon pain. Obviously, that thought must have, or that saying must have come from somewhere from you. What kind of influenced that as you were growing up, or what were there specific movies that you used to watch or anything that was similar?
The Coen brothers, I love the darkness and seriousness along with the humor, or something even like The Apartment. I was shocked when I first saw it about the depth of the topic and the pain that was in these characters, and that it worked wonderfully well with the comedy. And I think maybe the comedies I love are often dramatic premises, but just treated in that way. In my earlier shorts, I was making films that were drama that was half comedy, and I finally decided to step over the fence and do films that are pure comedy and with a female protagonist, and I love this, and this is where I want to be.
What was the impetus of that decision that put you over the edge to say, I'm going to go, for lack of a better term, balls out?
Ovaries out. Being in a theater with people laughing, it is such an amazing feeling, and I just want to feel more of that, and I love it, and I love that it's such an authentic barometer of how your film, if they're not laughing, it didn't work. And it's really, really exciting and really exhilarating and scary in a great way. I love it.
One last question. How do you react when there is no laughter?
And of course, everybody laughs at my films all the time. But I find that the size of the crowd often, it's almost like people, it's either infectious or they're looking for their neighbors for permission to laugh. And sometimes because I purposely like humor that's somewhat deadpan, people don't know for sure if they can laugh at first. So I just let it happen. Like, you can't manipulate or control people, so I just wait and it happens. It's sometimes a snowball effect, but by the end they'll be laughing.
And now you're here at the Orlando Film Festival. How many film festivals have you been to?
This is the 24th festival that this has been shown in.
Wow. And how does Orlando stack up?
I love it. It's super well organized, and the people are really friendly. It's fun. The events are great. It's been very, very much fun.
Now, one of the biggest parts of going to any film festival is the networking with other filmmakers and speaking with everyone. Is there anyone here in any of the festivals, but specifically here at Orlando, that you've been able to connect with that you're like, wow, I'd either like to work with them in the future, or I love what they did with this, and that might influence something you might do in another movie, or like I like this particular style, or is there anything that you take away from film festivals like this? Every
single one. This has been amazing because I've been hanging with the people from the comedy shorts block and the other shorts blocks and from the features. It snowballs. Each day I meet more people, and they introduce me to more people, and they introduce me to more people, and then we get in these really enjoyable technical conversations and conversations about story, and I love it. And then the panels also, Olympia Dukakis and the panel of all the cast from Montana Amazon, great stuff, really, really exciting, fun. And then each person, you get one little kernel at least that's very memorable, and then you bring that to your next piece.
Yeah, and speaking of the panels and whatnot, almost every film festival has panels or some kind of workshops or something like that. You as a filmmaker, you've already made a film, are those informative to you, or do they feel like one-way conversations sometimes, or do you tend to get something out of them, or do you find that networking is actually, in speaking with other filmmakers who are kind of in the trenches, so to speak, with you, do you find that that's more helpful?
I like both, because in some sense there are different perspectives. You get sometimes in the panels a more experienced perspective or perhaps a more Hollywood perspective. But the basic tenets seem to be the same of how do you tell the best story? It's about character. And so I would say both, the combination of both. And then the great thing about people in the trenches, not only can you share war stories, but you can talk about the latest equipment, the latest codecs, and how to market, and that's really helpful to me.
Now, you said that you've been to 24 film festivals, I think you said?
My film has. I couldn't afford to attend all of them.
Your film has, but still, that's good, because that means you've gotten into a lot of film festivals, so congratulations on that. What do you attribute that to? Because that's one of the things that I know a lot of filmmakers are always asking, even me, how do I get into film festivals? How do I get, is there any research or preparation you do before you apply or submit?
Heavily. I look at the site and I see if they have programmed any films similar tonally to mine and lengthwise to mine, country-wise to mine. And if they've not programmed any films like that in the past, I skip on to another festival for that particular film and read about that. So that's how I do my research, and almost entirely on the internet.
And when you're online and you're searching out all this kind of stuff, are you involved in things like social media to connect with other filmmakers or anything like that? Or, is there anything else that you do online? I know you don't have a website, you mentioned, and that's fine. That's okay. You don't always have to have a website. But, is there anything else that you do online to help further your career that way?
I email with people all the time. I do ridiculous many emails every day. And subversively, I dropped my Facebook account, but I am on the internet all the time, and so it's mostly about calling and emailing people and staying in touch that way.
A little bit more of a personal touch that way anyway, more of an immediate response type of situation too.
I think that's what I like about it, the discourse.
Excellent, and hopefully you like this discourse. What is it about the Orlando Film Festival that was worth not only your dollar to submit, but also your time to be here?
I heard from people at other festivals that this was a very good festival to attend, and that I find word of mouth is really helpful, because we'll trade festival names of ones we really enjoyed going to, and that's so word of mouth with other filmmakers.
Now, do you have any horror stories from any film festivals that you've done that you'd like to? You don't have to mention the name of the festival, but anything that you would say was an issue. I mean, whether it be just you weren't able to, the movie wasn't able to play for some reason, or it played poorly, or there was no audience or anything. And what was your reaction to how did you deal with that, so in the future something similar wouldn't happen?
I've been extremely lucky in that I've enjoyed my screenings, and I haven't gone to as many as I've gotten into, so I might not be the best person to answer that question. But I'm also really particular about I'll bring various formats to the festival with me, so just in case maybe it was an old version, or maybe the digibeta isn't such a great look, I have the H.264 or I have the DVD there just in case, and that covers my back.
Now, the festival, again, has been to 24 different festivals. The film has been to 24 different festivals. And do you already have a distribution plan lined up for this going forward, or are you looking for distribution currently? I
would love to have distribution, and I haven't done it yet. And I would have liked to have done it with a previous film I did. I was offered, a company offered to buy it, but I couldn't afford the deliverables to do it. So it's tough that way. I mean, it's tough on this level with a short film.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. I hear that from so many other filmmakers. I mean, it is tough. So, going forward, where's this film going to be at next?
It's going to be at the Zero Film Festival in Brooklyn. Is the next one, and it's playing in India at the Stepping Stone Film Festival in Bangalore, and so it's played in 5 different countries outside of this country, and it's gotten 7 awards and 2 nominations so far, so I'm proud.
Well, no, congratulations, absolutely. I mean, that's phenomenal, because that's not something that every filmmaker can boast. So, not only playing nationally but internationally as well, and obviously getting in internationally must mean that it translates somehow. So that's great. Congratulations, and I want to say welcome to Orlando Film Festival, and good luck in the future for where your film is.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.